Yes guys, welcome from me, Challenge Manager 0102, the Challenge 10, Part 14. Now it's been a while since I've done a part on this. I think it's about 2 weeks or so, and the short and long of it is I've been doing a lot of testing on the update that's recently come out in the new patch, and I'm pretty much close to just fucking it off and giving up. So I decided to have a bash and continue some of this game. Sometimes it's nice to have more than one save because you can sort of refresh yourself or recharge your batteries, and I've done just that. We have come to the end of Season 8 on the Challenge 10 game. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Can you remember the last one where we were at? If I remember right, I think I had a quick gander at it yesterday. We just retained the title with Hertha Berlin. And I can tell you we have moved, and there we are, there you see right there, Season 8, the first season in Portugal. Now, in all honesty, right, I was very confident, the way the season started, I was very, very confident, and Porto and Benfica were and Sporting weren't really much of a challenge. Benfica then became a bit of a challenge, and if I just show you, the job was available. So they are former champions on this particular save, as you can see, but I don't quite know why the manager resigned or whether he retired or whatever. But we also did it. Of course we did, just like we did at Hertha Berlin. We also clinched the cup against lower division opposition, although we did do it the hard way. And in respect of the hard way, we did do it the hard way because I never knew this in the Portuguese Cup. We drew 1-1 with Porto at home. We had to have extra time, and I assumed we were going to have penalties, but we didn't. So we had a replay, but then I won the replay. So there we are. We have done it in Portugal to add to Germany. To add to Germany and to add to England. They weren't in Europe, which I think I said this about Hertha Berlin. Not being in Europe really helped. We haven't got much money. We've got a good stadium. I have asked for investment, but let's have a look at the squad. You will find that there's several players that may look familiar. So this guy here, I don't know who he was, but he's been absolutely superb. Now normally, with those sort of attributes, I would not play him up top, because he's not got the finishing. But 32 and 32, 853, cannot grumble with that at all. And you can see he is a regen. Don't ask me who of though. Unless you know, do let me know. So we all know who this guy is. He hasn't really been a regular for me at all. In fact, let's just break this down to two strikers, because we also brought Cherno Samba. Now, Samba hasn't even had a game for me. He was, I think, 5 million, something like that. 2.5, 4.7. We had him at Russian, as you can see, but he missed training. Then he missed training again. He went on the market at his own request, and he came off it. He's been a bit of a dick. Watkins, remember Watkins? We know that is going to be the Mark Hughes regen. We signed him at Russian, and we never really used him. Now, I started playing him up top. Whilst Turner was suspended, and I played him in DMC for a game, and the prick got a red card. So Anderson's been one of my not marquee signings, but certainly one of my most successful buys, because you can look at how he's done with 12 goals. Craig Bellamy. Well, did we have him anywhere else? We had him at Russian for a little bit. Hasn't really set the world alight. Franz de Jong. Now, de Jong, I'm sure, was he? No, he weren't in the region. We had him for a little period of time at Rush. No, do you know what? I never had him at Russian at all, did I? Of course. Oh, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I would have had him at Russian over there. 05. Oh, right, so I signed him from Russian. He went to Eindhoven on loan. Oh, either way, who gives a flying fuck? Peralta. Not the same Peralta that I used to have. Different Peralta. Pretty much versatile. Arena. Now, Arena, I don't know. It's backfired a little bit. I mean, I don't use left wingers, but I like the look of him. And I think his first game he got me 2 goals. And that is that. Let's go to now. This was my marquee signing, no doubt about it. I have got a video on this guy upon someone's request. D'Alessandro. He's been absolutely brilliant for me, and I paid £4.1 million for him. He's been absolutely brilliant. Fernandes, I actually didn't realise I paid more for him, but I wanted to get him. It took him a while to break in, but he's starting to do really, really well. This DMC, Mauricio Astudillo, he's been brilliant for me. He was a little bit old, and I think I might have... trying to think why I got him so cheap. But either way, he is 31. But on that last game, he got injured for 9 months. So he's probably going to fuck off, if I don't fuck off first. Ledley King, picked him up for a bargain, £1 million. He's had a few games here and there, but he's not been a regular by no means. Now this guy, Bunovic, I'm not really sure who he is. He's done really well for me, considering I paid very little for him. But I did buy an additional centre mid, I think from Arsenal. No, from Leeds, sorry. And you can see he looks the bollocks. He had a real shit first game, but he's picked up a lot. Someone that's not broken. Wayne Carlisle. Picked him up because I like his attributes of the pace and the crossing for a fullback. Martelli's another one. He's got some really good attributes. Probably more designed as a wing back than a full back. So yeah, a little bit more money for him as well. For Moralo, now I had him at Hertha Berlin, and he's come in and he's done a job when he's been called upon. And that is it in midfield. Let's go to defence then. Mark Cam, you may remember him. I had him at Hertha Berlin, and he's done a job when he's come in. He's got the crossing, he's got the pace. Ross Forsyth, he's done a good job. He's done a very good job. It was a cheap purchase. The old famous Philip Mexes, we trained him to be a central defender. Every so often he gets unhappy at his training, but fuck him. 38 games. Now let me point something out right. In total, because we've played in every available game to us, which was 34 league games and 6 cup games, 40 games is the maximum we could have played. And you can see Mexes has played in 38 of them. Gerardo again, he's got crossing, he's got pace. You know, he's been all right. Fabo, I'll probably fuck him off. Alvin, I'll probably fuck him off as well. Another former Hertha player, £1.6 million we paid for him. We bought him. Reading now. Yeah, we bought him at the start of the 06-07 at the start of the 06-07, and he's done really well for me. And we've been through them, and now let's go to goalkeepers. Leo Franco did lose his place for a little period of time, but soon regained it back in 29, and the other 11 games go to Mario Sousa. It doesn't look that great, but nevertheless did a job at Hertha Berlin, as you can see. And then, of course, familiar man David Priest, who was only ever purchased as a backup player. No one really of interest in the reserves whatsoever. So that is where we are at then. Part 3 completed, I think it's fair to say. I mean, I probably won't leave Prague for the simple reason I would like to have a season in Europe. However, if the right job comes available, who knows? Let's have a look. And let's have a look at the job. I won't go for another job if one comes available unless we've gone past the mid-season, the mid-June update. Looking at it, maybe Barcelona. That would appeal to me, if the truth be told. But then, Rushden. Rushden. So Rushden finished 4th. They have made the Champions League. Let's have a look what they went out. So they won the League Cup final as well, it looks like, and they went out the Champions League to Roma. Let's also now I'll tell you something interesting. The final of the Champions League, it caught my attention. Schalke 2, Man United 1. Schalke won the Champions League, and look where Schalke finished. 13th place. Absolutely horrendous, but they will be in the Champions League along with those top 4, and you can see who won the title there. Hertha Berlin did it again. Even without me, they made it a hat-trick of titles. Fuck me. So we're going to season. Let's just go back to jobs. So let's see if look who that is. Prick. Let's have a look at anything else that might appeal to me. It's got to be a country I've not been to. I think the obvious one is going to be Barcelona, but there's every chance. Barcelona finished 6th. It's not really fucking good enough at all. And look at that, they've only got an okay finances as well, which is quite interesting. So they've not actually got a great setup, really, have they? It's quite interesting. No wonder they're doing so shit. Is that Dean Richards? It is Dean Richards. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. So who knows? I mean, they've got a hell of a stadium. And that's it. And that is where we are then on Challenge 7, Challenge 10, Part 14. Stage 3 complete. We have now completed England, Germany, Portugal. And just to remind you guys, let's have a look at what's still available to me. Belgium, France, Greece, Holland, Italy, Scotland, Spain. Let's take a quick look then at, let's have a look at Scotland. We'll have a look. I always like to just keep an eye. Hearts won it. And now look who won it. I don't know if you can remember this, but look who won it back in 07, Clyde. So it's great to see no Rangers and Celtic. So, you know, you never know. A Scottish team would certainly appeal to me. Look at Rangers. Look how far down they were. Shit in hell. Gary Johnson would be seething at that screenshot there. That is absolutely disgusting. Let's take a look now then at, we've just looked at Spain, Italy. Let's have a look at Italy then, see if it's still Roma killing it. Okay, there was a playoff there between Torres and that. Right, okay. So yeah, Inter took it from Roma, Fiorentina. So yeah, good on Inter. Roma have dominated it. So in the modern day, Inter take their first one. Good on them. I think we'll leave it at that, shall we, guys? So that's it then, guys. Have you enjoyed the video? If you've got anything you want to add, anything you want to know, do let me know. Anything you want doing, any insights into players, do let me know. And until next time, guys, from me, take it easy.